I have got an error. Never mind. It's here. Animes are here. I think I've changed all my sound settings. It might be strange again. This is what we're dealing with now, so. I'll show you sometime when, This game is like a creepypasta game, but only, after, like, 6 hours of being an unironic visual novel with animes in it. So, like, we're just sitting here, hoping Cthulhu gets here any minute, while the animes bicker. Around 4 hours before we get to the game. The animes are here. We were in the middle of an argument. If I'd closed this game in the middle of this argument, and I wasn't streaming it, and people didn't keep asking me for it for some reason, I would never have touched this game again. I would have just quietly put it in the recycle bin. We haven't already read any of the text, though. It's all new text. Maybe you're just jealous that Spruce appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh. And how do you know he didn't appreciate... Is this gone back, or is this exactly where we left off and it's just the same? How is the... Yeah, the sound looks fine. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Sam, there's animes. They bicker. My main character is horrible. Sometimes they just say the letter U 6 times in a row. Oh yeah, and we're writing poems. I was gonna read a poem for each poem that happens in the game. I was thinking that could be a thing. But I've only got one in mind, really. A little bit too fragile right now after the rap battle. After the injuries sustained. Is everyone okay? We like the anime in the middle best, by the way, Sam, because she's the tallest anime. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Spruce started showing up. Natsuki. Natsuki. It's Natsuki. Everyone laughed at me when I said Natsuki. I was gonna read nerd porno just to get a shot back at everyone who was trying to make me play Doki Doki Club. Natsuki, that's a little. This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me, as if they'd just noticed I was standing there. Spruce! She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective. Yeah, so some things is too much to climb the entire chat here. I agree. Then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? My whole cerebral cortex is a polyhedral vortex. The meaning should jump right out of the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to a Spruce. Wait! There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Please stop arguing, I hate it so much. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Spruce? Typically, Spruce has a lot to add in these situations. Well, ellipses. How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course, that's going to be. I mean, the tallest anime is the superior anime. This is just true. Natsuki, you're right that I liked your poem. See? Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri. You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, but here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it, and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. Fucking hell. I see. I didn't notice that. I'm sorry. The letter U 3 times in a row. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. Monika's the second tallest anime. Do not be fooled. Everyone's tall compared to this anime, the worst anime, the tiny anime. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? The letter N 3 times in a row, then an ellipsis, then an exclamation point. I'd said internally, the way I was going to try and speed up was, if a text box comes up and no one says a full word, just skip it. It's nothing. That cuts the time in like half. Natsuki clenches her fists. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped, at this point being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Yuri, she doesn't need to. You know what? I'm gonna do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now. How do you pick the best anime then? I don't understand. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem up from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Natsuki. She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Not pictured, chairs that are adjacent to other chairs. Sai, everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri. How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? I do remember the game with the pigeons. That was very this. Also, that's a creepypasta game in the end, isn't it? You handled it as well as anyone could. I sometimes try and do... I forgot the voices. It was a traumatic experience for me, remember? I didn't think any less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Spruce, you're too kind. I'm thankful to have you a part of this club now. Yeah, it comes a bit spooky after like 6 hours. There, it's nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, you know, I would never do anything so shameful. Her eyeballs have disappeared again. Out of shame. So, I'm supposed to skip it if there's no full words. What thing did Natsuki say? Nothing. Well, never mind that. I'm just gonna make some tea. Good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Genuinely forgot what voices anyone had. I doubt they were that far from my normal voice, but... Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did y'all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Spruce, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you'll learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself. I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Spruce! By the way, Sayori is my least favourite anime. I love and despise this anime. Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Hehehe. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. False. Sayori, about what happened earlier. She's the second smallest one, but there was a long bit that made it was bad. It was real bad. Eh? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Oh, I did the wrong. That's fine. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise, they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Spruce, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. I don't know what this means, Legius. She's saying anime things. It's scaring me. Every day is going to be so much fun. Sigh. He said the word sigh, and then a little ellipsis. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone's nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this. Okay, poem. Here's what we're doing for poems. Hang on. Poem coming up. We got a poem lined up. Let me try and get this somewhere we can see it. I think Sam's gonna like this. Here comes a poem. While the poem is going on. We're gonna mute Doki Doki. I'm gonna click the buttons at random until the text comes back from the game. Please enjoy. So that's the poem we're working with. That's what we wrote. I hope everyone likes it. We'll have to see. I have so many of these queued up, by the way. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. By the way, this is capturing the game again now, right? Yeah, we good. We good. I have no idea, by the way. I did just click the words at random. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. I should have specifically tried to click Yuri words, shouldn't I? That would have been a better move. Yuri would have loved that poem about going to GameStop and everything's 85% off. And they're not closing, they just opened. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Spruce. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you. I guess you're just simple. I guess it's always the simple things with you, anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No. Eh? That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Are we robbing Sayori? Eh? Why that, all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Ah! Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. Ahahaha. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? My guy's doing real. He goes to his mind palace. By the way, Sam, if you're still around. He's that guy from the video we watched who would try to be Sherlock Holmes. Because he was so scared everyone would lie to him. It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you planned to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. I'll try and find it, but it was some deep nonsense. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves one option. Anime sound. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Ahaha. Yuri suddenly giggles. Eh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. What piece of shit MC is. Her face is in her book, as always. Ah! I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri! Tell Spruce to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can reasonably afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Yeah, my guy should jump in there when she says, my book was funny. Hold it! You claim to like horror novels, and yet, here you are giggling away. There's only one explanation. Did I just... I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book. Delay you twice in a row and then an ellipsis. I really like it when you speak your mind, Yuri. Oh, we ain't got to that bit yet. This is just the wearing prelude to that. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. By the way, did everyone like my poem? A lot of gamers in chat. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad. And now I have to accept the revolution. Comrade, the revolution's here. Retribution. That. Still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let it fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But what if you did, and everything was 85% off? And you were like, it must be a fire sale, they got me closing. And they were like, we just opened. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Pwap. Yeah. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow. What was... A cookie. Sure enough. It's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. Ahaha. I was just going to give it to you. But then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Ahaha. Natsuki! That's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Geez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Umph. Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. Ehehe. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Ah, yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. This is why the anime's bickering is killing me in real time. After the last stream, I DM'd P2 and I was like, yo, how do I play the anime game though? This is Is there a move for this? Is there a strategy to get through this until Cthulhu shows up? Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. The advice she gave was, you don't need to listen to all the writing advice, and I'm like, that's the main part that wasn't destroying me. That's the part that was least annoying me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand. Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite of Natsuki's cookie. Hey, did you seriously just do that? This is an affirmative response. Mouth full, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Geez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Eh? Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Ugh. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. I hate the S and the ass and the U's. You don't think she has a... Ahaha, I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly, the door swings open. Monica has arrived. Everyone stop talking about Monica over there. I see you, Eligius. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Eh? Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? That's fine, Sam. I didn't think you'd have the stomach for this either. Sam has a lower anime tolerance than I do. Although we did both watch the first season of Yu-Gi-Oh! Together. Well, I mean, the poetry's passed. It's a while before we get to the next poem. What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? We're gonna brain. We're gonna use the Sherlock Holmes powers. Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring, at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. Sam also hits elves. He hits fantasy and he hits anime. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. By the way, this game's still muted. Good job warning me, everyone. I wondered why it was so quiet. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Lee just always brings up anime. It's a trap. Well, you can combine anime and elves. Jeez. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yeah. That sounds cool. I also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Spruce. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. And I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. We'll clip the battle rap. we'll put that on the Discord. Also, I should change the thing to the Doki Doki Club now. There we go, we're back. We're in the right category. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. You got the anime poetry, so I mean, come on. Close second best. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone's already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri's back to a book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Natsuki just walked into the cupboard and closed the door. She's in there now. Spruce! Spruce! Sayori suddenly comes up to me. I'm gonna go get some supplies from another classroom. Want to come with me? Supplies? What for? Well, you know, the festival's coming up. Me and Monica were gonna make some posters and stuff. So I need to go find some crayons and markers and glue sticks. I see. Sure, I'll go with you. I was hoping the no option would be in that one. Yeah. Okay, Monica, we'll be back soon. Are you going with Spruce to get the split? This has been established. There's no need to trouble yourself. I'd be happy to go with him. Or do we have to choose? Oh, but I wanted to go. It's so much fun exploring empty classrooms and stuff. Hehe, okay. It was just a suggestion. See if you can find poster paper too, okay? Okay. Ready, Spruce? Yes. Dang. Sayori and I exit the club room. reading about Japanese poetry. The mollies that can string forever. The assonance must be crazy. I follow behind Sayori as Sayori hums and skips around the hallway. Honestly, it feels like I'm taking a kid to the mall or something. Sayori finds pleasure in the simplest things sometimes. Hey, Sayori, what exactly are we doing for the festival anyway? I'm not sure how you'd make an event out of literature. Everyone hates books, this has been established. Me and Monica have it all planned out. Good idea, sir. Don't you worry. Is that so? Yep. We're gonna do a poetry performance. A performance? Of what kind? Sam has had, like, 8-hour Zoom calls every day for, like, the past week. Well. Thanks for showing up, so. I did not think, didn't think you'd come. Also, didn't think it'd be a thing. Everyone's gonna take turns on stage. I don't know. It could go either way. If we do one or two more Sayori's simples, then I think I'll be able to make a decision. And recite their favourite poems. Ah, that sounds kind of dull. Spruce, you're not thinking about it the right way at all. It's not just about reading poems, it's about performing them. Like, you say the lines of the poem like, between my feet. The last remaining flower beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots, caressing the final joyous moment between my fingers. But to what ends have I summoned this joy? For now, when I look in every direction, the once prosperous field before me is but a barren wasteland. Ellipses. Like that. Sayori, how do I put this? I'm sure it's just me, but it's impossible for me to take you seriously when you talk like that. That's what they should do! They should do a rap battle. You mean it? I'm working super hard on this, you know? Yeah, I know. I just meant that it's a pretty unordinary contrast to your cute self. Don't say that, it's embarrassing. But I guess that means I'm doing a good job. Yeah, I guess so. Ah, I'm so excited. The festival's gonna be so much fun. Sayori spins herself around in the hallway again. Hey Spruce, the classroom over here is empty. Let's begin the mission. The mission, eh? It's been a long time since I've spent time with Sayori like this. But in the end, she hasn't changed one bit. She's nothing but a ball of sunshine, drawing happy vibes from the world around her. You should write this down, guy. This poetry right here. It's a pretty nostalgic feeling for me. As the years went by, I began to hole myself up in my room more and more. Just lock myself away with the anime. Oh, I didn't catch that, Legis. Never mind. So going adventuring with Sayori brings about a special sort of feeling I had forgot I had in me. The two of us enter the classroom. Sayori heads straight to the closet and I follow. Let's see what we have in here. Crayons. Perfect. Sayori pulls a box full of crayons off the shelf. They're the best crayons also. They're kind of dirty though. Sayori starts pulling various crayons out of the box, reading the colour names. Alright, that's one down. Don't get distracted, we still need to find... Wait, I'm looking for my favourite colour. Fine. Then at least move aside so I can look for poster paper. I have dropped one of the crayons. This is urgent information. Smack. Yeah. Sayori bends over and smacks her forehead right into the shelf. She falls to the floor, and the crayons spill all over her lap. Ow. You okay? My forehead. Sayori clutches her forehead. Jeez, Sayori. That's just like you, isn't it? Come on, let me see. Since Sayori is sitting on the floor, I grab her by the waist and pull her out of the closet. You have to move your hand, Sayori. But she's just been mortally injured by the crayons. Just do it for a second. Dies of crayon-related complications to her injuries. Sayori slowly raises her hands from her forehead. I gently brush her bangs to the side. Ow. Sorry. There's a huge red mark on the centre of her forehead. A bump is starting to form as well. Man, that's gonna swell up. I should find you some ice. Spruce! Where would I even find ice around this Well, that's me. I was doing a dying voice for Sayori as a joke. Where would I even find ice around this time? Ah, I guess a cold drink would do. You don't have to. I'm fine with looking like a unicorn. Even wincing from the pain, Sayori makes a silly joke. That's me? I'm saying ah now? Jeez. What are you saying? I'll be right back, okay? She's not gonna make it, Fox. Oh, okay. I pat Sayori on the shoulder and run out into the hallway. I locate the nearest vending machine. What should I get? Do I get to pick? Doesn't really matter since it'll be used as an ice pack rather than to drink. But I know Sayori likes apple juice, so I purchased that one. In just a moment, I'm already returning to the classroom where I left Sayori. She has one palm on her forehead and is using the other hand to clumsily scoop crayons back into the box. She's lost a lot of blood. She's not gonna make it. At least they were already in the wrong spots before I spilled them. Sayori, here. I hand Sayori the bottle of apple juice. It's nice and cold. Sayori opens the cap and starts drinking from it. Medical information from Legis. He could have saved her if he'd taken the extra minute and looked for an ice pack. Sayori, what are you doing? It's for your forehead, you idiot. Ah. Sorry, I forgot. Ah. How hard did you hit your head? Sayori places the bottle against the bump on her head. It stings. Just bear with it. It'll feel better soon. Looks like you cleaned up most of the crayons, so that's good. Hey, Spruce. This kind of reminds you of growing up, doesn't it? Eh? What do you mean? You know, how we used to play outside all the time. I'm gonna stop it. I would always try and keep up with you. You were kind of oblivious in some ways. Like, I usually fell behind or had trouble climbing on the things you did. But sometimes when I tried to do things I couldn't, I'd get myself hurt. I'd fall and scrape myself, or get a bump, and I'd start crying really hard. Ah. And you would rush over as quickly as you could. You would try really hard to get me to stop crying. It was almost like you blamed yourself and were afraid of getting in trouble if someone found out. Even though it really wasn't your fault at all, you know? Did I really do that? Yeah, don't you remember? Come to think of it, maybe I do remember a bit. I guess I was always so focused on my games I didn't pay enough attention to you. So in a way, it was my fault. This is the worst. Please stop. Just do the pose. Kind of like this time too. If I wasn't rushing you out of the closet, you probably would have hit your head. Spruce, I don't think you realize it, but you're always thinking about other people. Even after all these years. Spruce, what a big heart that boy has. The guy who's a jerk and hates everyone and loves no one who's not an anime. You're rushing to help me, even though I'm just being clumsy. I didn't realize the apple juice was pictured. You're really a sweetheart. Don't call me that. And I don't really do this kind of thing all the time. I guess when it comes to you, it just feels natural. Before I even know it, I'm treating you like that. Yeah, but in the anime universe, anime exists separately from the animes. There's an extra level of anime. We have to go deeper. I guess that's what happened. He was going to go to anime club. Is that just normal people club? Someone needs to explain the logistics of the anime game right now. I never thought about it before. I guess that's what happens when you've been friends for so long. Really? Maybe you're right. Spruce, I'm so glad that nothing's changed between us. Do you think it'll be like this forever? Forever? If I'm honest to myself, there's no telling where we'll end up. Where we'll each end up for college. Or after that. So it wouldn't be fair for me to make any promises. But that's the true horror. How do they watch anime in the anime world? What does anime look like? Is anime normal people? And the people are anime? Well, I hope so. It's been this long already, right? I can't imagine you ever changing, so my hopes are up. I'm so happy. Sayori has a whimsical expression in her eyes. We remain silent for a moment. She's so silly and clumsy on the outside that when I see her deep in thought like this, it makes me not want to disturb her. I guess we should go back. I don't want to worry Monica, you know? Good luck with that. I forgot what was not pictured. I don't believe I missed one. Oh yeah, the forehead. The forehead isn't pictured, but I don't know. This is plausible. There's plausible deniability here. She's gonna see a forehead either way. No, if I hide it under my bangs. Okay, now we not pictured that. Sayori hops to her feet. Ah. She clutches her forehead again. Don't stand up so fast after hurting yourself. Ugh. How do you say just the letter U like 100 times in a row? Is there a pronunciation guide for this? Well, I guess it's too late now. Anyway, let's go. I follow Sayori out of the classroom. Sayori plays with her bangs to try and hide the bump, but without much success. In a moment, we make it back to the club room. Ah, you're back. Good timing, I was just about ready to start with sharing our poems. We're at the poems. Sayori, your forehead. She's fine, don't worry about it. I was playing with the crayons and smacked my forehead into the How old is Sayori? Is Sayori 2 even smaller animes? Stacked one on top of the other. Lots of ellipses. Well, anyway. Were you able to find everything we needed? Uh-huh, I have it right. Sayori frantically glances around herself. I forgot all of the stuff. Calm down, Sayori. I have it all right here. I found the poster paper too. Ahaha. Sounds like you ended up doing all the work, Spruce. Ah well, Sayori. I failed to come up with an excuse for Sayori. I made it an adventure. Yeah, that. Okay. In any case, good work. I'll start working on the posters tonight. Me too. Okay, everyone. Are you ready to share your poems? Guess I should grab mine. After making sure the crayon box is closed tightly, I return to my seat. Okay. Do you think Yuri's... If any of them are gamers, it's Yuri, right? Surely this one. Surely she dreams. Let's see what you've written for today. Well done, Spruce. Your skills are already improving. She likes it. We did. Really? Thanks, Yuri. Coming from you, that means a lot. It's nothing. I'm just happy to help inspire fellow writers. I know you're new to this, so don't worry so much if it seems like you can't get your poem to feel perfect. I mean, the poem was perfect, though. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. I'm not sure we did any metaphors. Don't feel like you need to work your brain. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try to letting your mind wander through your feelings. What, did I read that right? And write down the things you see in here. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. That's a certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. It's the true horror that the anime has slowly become incomprehensible. I have, well, an example of that if you'd like to read it. Of course. Is this the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me a poem. The Raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snake. My attention was caught by the scuttling of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. That's unordinary, I think. That is the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread. My subconscious, well aware of the consequences. Well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. Just want to point out how much of a gangster I am for working out that this word was Pavlovian from just this vague shape. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem's about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sorts of things that I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing. And people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Spruce? Well, yeah, I guess I do. Elaborate, Spruce. It's the anime hobby. But no, he tells everyone he loves his animes. There's an enigma wrapped in a mystery. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and individualize. That's it. It's the Warhammer Minis. I didn't post you. I'm gonna. Even if it's difficult sometimes, and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I may be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. So who should I show my poem to next? Do we go down in order of... This is the correct order, I think, in anime power. Monica second, then Natsuki, then Sayori, who we've just had another long scene with and don't want to see again. Hi again, Spruce. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I think I already did. Yeah, I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright. It's pretty good. It makes me think of Sayori, like the other one we wrote. Am I doomed to be on the Sayori route forever? You two are like the dynamic duo. That's kind of exaggerating it. Yeah, probably. But you do spend a lot of time with her, even in this club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. I'm not shy, it's just... I'm teasing. I think we abbreviate to and it seems a lot easier for my sana. I'm taking psychic damage every day I play this. I know it takes a bit of time to make friends with everyone, but Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share of time. And you can talk to me every now and then too. I'm not, like, unapproachable or anything, am I? No, it's nothing like that. I'm just still getting used to being here, that's all. Yeah. I'm sorry if I was putting pressure on you or something. I really didn't mean it like that. No, don't worry. I get what you're saying. Well, alright. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Let's take a look. Save me! The colours, they won't stop! Bright, beautiful colours, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop, Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Lord me. These are terrible poems. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you didn't like it. No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of a poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. the horrible voice is in my head. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Spruce. These are strange things that they're saying. Go to Anime Club. Sometimes asking what a poem's about isn't the right question. A poem can be abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind. Or when something unexpected might happen. Is Cthulhu coming? Is Cthulhu coming to Anime Club today? To Writing Club, Book Club. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? Aha! That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Who should I show my poem to next? We've already made these decisions. Well, it's no worse than your last one. But I can't really say it's any better either. I mean, this is factually wrong. Last one was just 20 words. This one was straight fire. Phew. Huh? Phew? What? Well, anything that isn't a train wreck I'll take as a win. And I get the feeling you're probably the most critical. What makes you... Wait, maybe this was a compliment. Glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Well then, keep practicing and maybe you'll be as good as me someday. That's, something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point. Come to think of it, this kinda reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. You think so? Yeah, that were a bit weird. I assumed she was just mumbling that. That were just creepy mumbling. Yeah, well, I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden. Well, I don't know. But honestly, how can someone so, fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? An anime like her. It's like she's dragged around a dead weight. That was a little unnecessary. But think of it this way. If it weren't for me, she'd probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Oh god, it's a long one. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favourite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I do not like spiders. Arachnophobe over here. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain. Spiders are bad. I got that. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone who would agree that the subject of the poem is... anyone that would agree the subject of the poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's about how everyone thinks That doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid of if people find out. They'd make fun of you or think less of you. Is this game supposed to be the weird hobby? Because we already outed ourselves. We are streaming this to the internet. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone? And it makes them happy. It's okay to like the animes. I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Huh, that's funny. Yuri wrote about something similar today. I thought if you were in the cities in Australia, you generally didn't have to encounter the spiders. You just get jump scared by a huntsman every once in a while. Huh? Did you say Yuri? Yeah. She said a poem was about an unusual hobby of hers. I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you. That people shouldn't make each other feel insecure about those things. Really? Well. I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt that she has some weird hobbies. Not that there's anything wrong with that. You. It's not like I judge her or anything. Natsuki has trouble finding words. I guess I should try not to be so mean to her. If she feels insecure about her weird behaviors and stuff. I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure. And Yuri made me feel insecure yesterday. But the way you put it, sounds like she's learned her lesson. The anime politics. Well, I'd say so. Even if her writing style is really different, I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in your poem. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like conveying emotions is important. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm going to write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it. We have only one choice. I'm going to take a quick break to get ready for another Sayori conversation. Tell me about spiders, Legius. Tell me about your spider experience. Is that where you learned to fly a plane? I don't know why I said you just get scared by a huntsman every now and then when they're like spiders the size of cats. Being jump scared by a huntsman, then fleeing into another huntsman makes arachnophobia a bit hard to sustain. They already look like cats. That's what you do. I need to adjust my blanket. Hang on. This might be a good strategy. Legius, are you one of those spider-likers? Spruce. I really love your poems. I can't believe you've been hiding these from me. She was the gamer all along. Yeah, I'm not hiding anything. But your poems are so good. Yesterday's. And this one too. You can't tell me you haven't done this before. I mean, you're really the only one who feels that way, so... Eh? No way! Not even Natsuki. Well, I guess Natsuki's the least likely to admit how much he likes something. But I don't think it's that. What do you mean? Well, I guess I'll be honest about it. It's a lot easier to write poems when I'm thinking about you. We're on the horrible Sayori path. We've doomed ourselves. Eh? What is this like? Is this Wario losing a race in Mario Kart? Is that what I should? What this is? It's Waluigi responding to a difficult serve. I just clicked the words, so I wanted to watch the video. Stop thinking weird things, idiot. I just mean that you're a really expressive person, I guess. How am I supposed to write poems about my own stupid life? But you so make everything in your life an adventure. Yeah, I should. Next time I'll pay more attention to what I'm clicking. I'll pick all the sad words, even the little things. I assume that's the correct response. Like cooking. Let's not talk about that. So yeah, I guess what I'm saying is that I can feel more feelings through you than I can through myself. We have that kind of weird connection. It's your fault for getting in my business all the time. Eh? I don't know if I understand. The word sigh out loud. You never understand when I try to explain things to you. Do you, Sayori? You're simple, Sayori. I pat Sayori's head. Ahaha, hey. I'm not a kid, you know. Are you sure about that? Maybe. Sayori starts fiddling with a pencil between her hands. Hey, Spruce. Will you give me your poem? I kinda want to keep it. Huh? Why? Because, well, it's the first time you've written something for me. Hehehe. 2 exclamation marks! Is this pronounced? What? There'd be a question mark. This is just noise. This is just open your mouth and produce sound. I can't even... This is beyond my comprehension. This is when you stare into the face of an old one. That is what the result is. Open quotation. Exclamation point. Exclamation point. Close quotation. Sayori, you completely misunderstood. I didn't write this for you. Laugh. Sigh. Don't do it. Are you even listening anymore? Well, whatever. I'll give it to you when we go home. Really? Snap. Ah, I broke my pencil. Sayori hastily bends down to pick up the piece she dropped. But being inattentive of her surroundings, she bumps right into me. Sorry. It's fine, it's fine. I'll get it for you. I bend down and pick up the broken pencil. Sayori clutches the desk beside her to support herself, knees shaking. I'm a little clumsy today. Ahaha. Let's sit down, Sayori. Sayori, you cannot be trusted to stand. Sayori, you poor stupid animal. Yeah. I grab Sayori's arm and help her sit at the desk. Anyway, I still haven't read your poem. Oh, sorry, I forgot about that. But it's not as good as yours. Jeez, don't worry. I'm sure I'll like it. Balls. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies, digging and digging, scraping and scraping. That was an AABB rhyme scheme with the only the final syllable rhyming. The best yet. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. This is the best. This is the best one. The syllables match. Finally, all done. I open up and in come my friends. In they come, in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading something, but all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Holy crap. So Yuri, did you really write this? She got ghost wrote. From the word go, I could see P2 colours. Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever? Yeah, but... I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. It's almost a little bit unusual. A little weird, maybe. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. Is Legius trying to matchmake me and Sayori here? In chat. Banned. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Oh, thanks. Sayori's the worst one. Sayori's the bottom tier. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. What does it mean if I'm a Sayori person? Like, yeah, I just... You know, I'm just built differently. I mean, I want... I need an anime girlfriend who... I cannot be social with another human. So I need my anime girlfriend to not mind that. Just someone who's so incapable of doing anything that they're completely dependent on me. That's what I'm looking for. Even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Ha, don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Legius just went there. Yeah, you get. Yeah, this is correct. You understand. I mean, Monica's got this. This could, if you squint, this could be Alpheus. We'll need to look for anime elves for Sam. That'll be that's a project. That's homework for you all. Find my boy some elves to look at. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned for today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. You gotta book the battle a week in advance, a month in advance, or she's just not gonna show up. I hate the visual novels. Don't worry so much. We're gonna keep it simple, okay? This is a possibility. If you're enjoying it, we could do this. We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori's been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all. But that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Ah, sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Did I even make a noise there, or did the pop filter just delete it? Monica. Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it all on the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Ehehe. Sayori, who's been colouring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Not pictured. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? The posters that she's still busy drawing. Objection! Hold it! Explain yourself. Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never, in my life, do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys, no, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. Everyone's gonna have to recite a poem at the festival. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. This is what they're talking about. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah. It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that it's about destroying your enemies with bars. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with the others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Many ellipses. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. What the fuck? I don't understand. What is you? Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Ellipses. Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. Sigh out loud. I guess I don't really have a choice. Water is being poured. Please hold. What is this? Explain yourself. In response to that. I guess I really don't have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're gonna practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now, let's see. Monica flips her a notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for us. I thought this scene was going to end like several minutes ago. And here we are, still here. She then stands behind the podium. After this bit, we're calling the stream, I think. It's almost 4 a.m. And I've just been in a rap battle, you know, I gotta rest. The title of the poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Okay. Ooh. So, 2 exclamation marks in quotes is, ooh. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? Rats in the Walls is good. I like Rats in the Walls. It's a simple one. It's like a good start of Lovecraft. This is what they all gonna be like. Is that the noise you make when there are rats in the wall? Oh, there are actual rats in the walls where you are to fighting the huntsman spiders. I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Legis! It's just spiders and rats where you are. This is horrible. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. It's fine. The 4 of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica! Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Ooh ah! Yuri's all fired up all of a sudden. Ooh ah! Ooh ah! Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Ah, didn't realize that. The version that I saw an audiobook version, so it did not have the name of Lovecraft's cat in it. I saw an audiobook. How powerful am I? Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. The poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called... After Image of a Crimson Eye! It's my most powerful attack. Did I do an anime joke right? Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. Yeah, weird thing to do. Didn't want to dox his cat, I'm sure. I'm sure that was the problem. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if she bewildered even herself. I don't know what you're saying, by the way, Leeches. You did another anime word, don't we? It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Slow clap. Everyone joins in, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. Yeah, exactly. It's now that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri's down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. I don't know. I wish if we were going to skip the poems, we could also skip the entire event. And just move on. Sayori hops out of a chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. If a huntsman spider and a rat fought, who wins? How is my impression of how large a huntsman spider is correct? Okay, rat beats spider. This one's called My Meadow. Ah. Ahaha. Sorry, I giggled. Hee hee. Sayori. It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easy? Ah. Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow, it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. Am I forgetting to am I muted? What's happening? You scared me. I'm not muted, I am always talking. Oh, you mean with the she wasn't doing the words. I understand. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it coming from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes, and we applaud. I did it. Good job, Sayori. Even Spruce liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. This loop of music is starting to burn its way into my brain as well. This is here forever now. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. Ehehe. The next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know? Okay. Now, who's next? There is only one left. There are only 4 animes here. Oh wait, no, there's me as well. I'm also here, I forgot. Humph. Don't make me go before Spruce. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Spruce lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Yeah, I too am an anime, I understand. Lucky. I want to be a VTuber. Maybe one day. Maybe one day we'll work out how to do it and how to set everything up. I want to be an anime. Put an anime in the corner, that's me. Natsuki. It's fine. I might as well go get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. Dang! P2 heard that. Hey! I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it. I don't believe P2 showed up just to hear that. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. I should have played the video again. That'd have made me feel bad. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah. I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. This poem is called... It's called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem's called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. But that disappears or I don't know. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, as if giving life to the poem. I get that. It feels like being dyslexic. Natsuki finishes, and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again. Well. Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it'd be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. The Ernest Klein original I have burning in the back of my mind is... It's tempting. I'm sure that's what this boy would want to say. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival's coming up. Thank God. I know the festival's coming up. But let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday is the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club, and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Oh, I forgot that I had to walk up with Sayori. It's been 2 hours and it's been 1 day. Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Hehehe. Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Spruce. You don't have to say it. Whatever. Let's go already. Okay, well, we need to... I mean, I finished the day that we're on, and then I did 1 day. I think this is gonna be where we save. This is where... Yeah, I should... the next time I will specifically try and aim for Yuri words. Do you want to go through another poem? Because I do have several poems lined up ready to go. We could try and pick Yuri words. I mean, I'm not gonna get to the rest of it though. I just could close the stream by playing another poem. Another gamer poem for all my gamer friends. I walk on with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. No. But today, Sayori's being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori? Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. It's 4 AM, and I've just been in a rap battle. I just risked my life today. We'd finish. Calvinos were back up to 12 hours. This is not a great idea. We either stop now, or we stop after I play another poem. From Robbie Ratcliffe. Patron saint of video games. And gamers. Oh, you know what? This is where we save. Decided. There we go. Someday I'll finish this game. Anyway, P2's on a train, so, you know, I don't want P2 to miss out. Yeah, we'll save that here. So, I remembered before I got Stardew Valley that I found it hilarious for some reason. There was something in there that I couldn't quite remember. But just Stardew Valley was inherently funny to me. This is what reminded me today of the poetry segments in Electronic Game Information, which is where the poems in the stream are coming from. By the way, rest in peace, Electronic Game Information. But hey, we're gonna leave out. I want to sell everyone on. I want to sell everyone on Stardew Valley because I'm having a lot of fun with it. So that's gonna be how we end today. The comprehensive review of Stardew Valley from Robbie Ratcliffe. I'm sorry, we gotta go sometime, and it's 4 a.m. We are sure. Tragic. Hey, I've only streamed like a tiny bit of Stardew Valley. We're gonna be playing more Doki Doki Literature Club. I hate that. My brother revealed my true name, my people name. Anyway, this is what we're ending with. This is a review of Stardew Valley from the
Stardew Valley.
most powerful game of all time.
The wonderful Stardew Valley, a game about a small town with a lot of heart, where you meet new people, kind people. They give you recipes, they give you rocks and hay, and they help you build a magnificent farm. A magnificent farm out of a near barren patch of wilderness.
We found the elves, by the way.
You just have to talk about, because with all the glitz and graphics and pizzazz that happens at this time of year around E3, this is the type of the game. This is the type of game that reminds us that you don't need anything other than a soul to get through the nasty slog that we all go through just to stay alive in this world. Now, I've been playing Stardew Valley a lot, and sometimes it's the first thing I get into in the morning. We had that caller talking about Animal Crossing being the first thing that they get into, and you know, I gotta say, sometimes I wake up and the first thing I want to do is I want to check out the fields. I want to look at the fruit trees. I want to make sure the ducks and chickens are happy with me.
Wow,
this is a game about upkeep. It's a game about commitment, organization, and you might not be doing anything in the game, but you still have to be thinking weeks and months ahead about the choices that you've made or about to make. That. And you know, looking beyond the unassuming 16-bit graphics, what you have here is a game that's for adults. This is about making adult decisions. Adults have choices and responsibilities. That's what makes us
I also like how red Robbie is.
You get up in the morning, you make a choice.
Times.
Do I cut weeds? Do I visit the rock quarry? Do I go and fight slimes and bats and void spirits in the cave and mines? These are the choices that we make as adults.
The camera phones also get me.
Maybe you just want to hang back. Plant some kale or some star fruit. You know, I plant the crops. I harvest them. I sell them to Pierre. And I know for a fact that there are people out there playing Stardew Valley right now who don't bother going into Pelican Town to sell the things that they grow. They just end up tossing them all into the wooden shipping box. And does that save time?
We've all been playing wrong, by the way.
But does that mean that you can sell produce on Wednesdays when Pierre's store is closed? Yes. But if you're saving time by not going into Pelican Town every day, then you're missing out on the whole point of Stardew Valley. You got to get out there. You got to meet the people, and you got to maintain.
He like constantly switches what camera he's looking at, but the camera never quite keeps up with it.
And they come up and I harvest them. I make sure to give everyone in town a blueberry. I have one of those gemstone copier machines that's making diamonds 24/7, 7 days a week, 4 months out of the year. That's 4 months of the year in Stardew Valley. That's spring, summer, fall, and winter. It makes diamonds every day. So everyone in Pelican Town can get a diamond. Everyone gets one. These are adult decisions. And there's no satisfaction that I get from selling my produce, the things that I've built, the things that I've built myself or harvested myself. There's no satisfaction in throwing them in a shipping box. And then in the middle of the night, what even happens? Somebody comes by and just makes a list of everything that's in the box, gives you some money, and that's a receipt.
Never use the box.
Just a receipt.
Terrible. I've been doing it wrong.
You might as well just be playing video poker or betting on a CGI horse race. I mean, that's nuts. I mean, what would the ghost of your grandfather?
I'm getting some shade thrown at me now.
The farm in Stardew Valley.
Don't bring my dead granddad into this.
I mean, if you're not visiting Pelican Town, you're not making connections, you're not taking the produce to Pierre, you're not taking the fish to Willie, you're not taking the rocks and gems to Clint. You got to make a connection. You got to make it real. Alex, Sebastian, Harvey, Meru, Evelyn, George, Jody, villagers who you got to get to know, because you never know if they're going to give you a recipe or send you some hay or some rocks or marry you and live in your house. It's up to you. It's up to you. Don't be a child when you're playing Stardew Valley. And some people, I won't name names, but some people, including my beautiful wife, Katie, who is also the inspiration for my Stardew Valley avatar, some people are always asking me all the time, why are you playing all that Stardew Valley when you played near top dollar for Octopath Traveler or Xenoblade Chronicles 2? Near top dollar. I want to remind viewers that that I did buy these games at a moderate discount. Probably not as much as I could have saved if I had waited until after I had played Stardew Valley, but I still got a bit of a deal. Alan, do you remember how much I paid for Octopath Traveler?
70?
I'm having trouble with his cosplay. He wasn't
Alan,
showing up on the green
here,
screen.
We talked about it on the show. I'm going to give you one more chance to get it right. I bet some people, maybe some people in the chat remember.
I'll ask, how much did Robbie pay for Octo Game?
Octopath Traveler. It's called Octopath Traveler. You put Octo
I
Game.
can't
People,
spell
there's
it.
what are you talking about? Why can't you spell it?
You spell it and I'll type it.
A.
O.
Octo.
Octo.
O-C-T-O-P-A-T-H. Traveler.
Okay, well, autocorrect doesn't like that.
Well, I mean, Alan, have you been playing Stardew Valley?
No, I've been playing Days Gone, the big
Days
budget
Gone is
AAA
trash,
title where I
by
play
the
as
way.
Deacon Saint Pow. I can't remember his last name.
Deacon St. John's.
I've heard that game isn't that great, and yet it's you're just playing these games because it's got the graphics.
Well, it has beautiful graphics. There are some glitches, but Deacon St. John travels around. He's a bad boy on a wild hog, and he tears around, and that's fun for me. And I like doing that.
Well, what do you even do?
300 hours into this game.
What are you talking about? You're talking about killing people? You're talking?
No.
You're a murderer. You're a murderer.
Okay. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you for showing up. Oh, Amor, if there's something you prefer to be called, do tell me. Otherwise, thanks for showing up anyway. It's cool seeing someone else. Someone else in here. It's only just me and Legius. SS Blue Potato also here. Robbie is a very sexy man, but he's happily married. Unless you mean Alan. Alan's available. Although Alan's kind of an invisible cosplayer. I think you may have just got here in time for the very end of the stream, Blue Potato. I think we're wrapping up right now. I've reached my anime limit. Thank you, everyone, for being here. This has been fun. If you drop a follow, you will be able to... You'll be able to know the next time I go live. I've actually got a problem with my computer. That means I can't play any more Doki Doki Club right now. I think I've got a virus right now. That means I've just got to end the stream. I'm sorry, Amor's mom. No, I mean I'm losing your signal actually, so I can't really tell what you're saying anymore. It's just a bunch of characters. So that's the end of this stream. It's been great. It's over now. I literally just got here and I'm already missing the stream. This is Yuri's fault. Hashtag fuck Yuri. Hey, Yuri's the best one. Yuri's the tallest and most powerful of the animus. We've all been through this. Everyone agrees. They go in size order, but we do skip. We skip over Natsuki, and the Sayori comes in before that because it's basically intolerable. Jeez, heated anime arguments in chat. Watch out, Legis is a mod. Anyway, stream's over. Y'all can argue in chat. Did I get him the wrong way around? Sayori's the one we hate most, right? Sayori's the garbage tier. Then above that is Natsuki. Then above that is Monica, and above that is Yuri. Yuri and Monica we do because they're taller than the other animes. Natsuki's here because she's not Sayori. Yeah, this all makes sense. We've done maths on this. We've basically got the factual I think this is as close to an empirical measurement as you can get. Goodbye, everyone. Jeez. Natsuki. Oh, I don't know about that. She's so short. Why would we like this anime? The tiny sulky one. The weakest of the animes. I don't know about this. I think this might be a bad take. I think this is one of those bad takes I hear about. Anyway, I'm streaming my stream settings and have been for a while. Thank you for being here, Blue Potato. Thank you for being here, Amor. Thank you for being here, Legius. P2 was also here at some point. Now she's on a train. I'm just going to click the button now. I've got nothing else to say.